Hey everyone, welcome to the first installment of Timone Sort of Reviews. And I am going to sort of review the first 6 issues of the Jetsons. And this is a really cool book right here. I do have a variant for issue 1. I was going to bring it and show it in the video, but I'm not gonna. I don't have a lot of time. I don't have a lot of space on my phone. It was really cool. You get a cool splash page of what the world is like. Everything's floating on the sky. You see everything. You see all these little generators and stuff here floating everything up. And then it starts out. Meet George Jetson, his boy Elroy, his daughter Judy, Jane, his wife. And so they got all that going in there. And then right away, you see him getting yelled at by Spacely. Spacely's like, boy, if you don't get your bitch ass to work, you're fucking up. And so then you see Judy getting dressed like she's Venom. And then you got Judy. She's at work. She's a working mom now. She's kicking ass. I think she makes more money than George does, actually. And then you got freaking Elroy looking like a bad dude. This dude is way too handsome. Like, he was such a geeky little kid in the he had like a pinwheel hat, whatever. He's like, look at him, dude. He's fucking ripped. And his girlfriend, her name is Lake Cogswell. They're about to go on a secret mission to go explore the Earth, because you can't explore the Earth. It's covered in radiation or whatever. They're about to explore the Earth to go get a present for his dad. George Jetson's birthday is coming up. So they're going, and then we got an ad for Snickers. And then you get this really cool splash page of what the Earth looks like under in all the radiation in this water. That is a really cool scene right there. I'm trying not to get a glare. That's a cool scene right there. And then there's another ad for more DC stuff. So they find the spot. They find like an old library or whatever, or an old museum. They find all these old paintings that are in tubes. They're like all original paintings and shit. And he's like, all right, dude, I got the right one. You know, found out where it was on like Wikipedia or whatever their Google is. They got all that stuff in the future. Their future is legit, dude. I want to be there. But the thing is, asteroid has to hit the Earth for it to happen, and which we're gonna find out here in a second after these two quit fucking up and like crashing the ship and like, we suck at flying this thing. We don't have any time. So look, dude, they sent all these bombs. All these bombs over here. Now everything's blowing up. That caused something. Now Judy's over here doing a lecture. Like, it's hard to tell on the next page. She's telling everybody about the Earth, the thing that hit the Earth, whatever, and what happened, why the Earth is how it is now. She's telling everybody that all that stuff. So there's that. And then so she's giving a lecture to at first it looks like all these older people, like this gentleman and this other gentleman right there. But then you go over here, and this kid is clearly like middle school or high school. So are all these other people, and that's what it keeps on looking like. So she's just doing a Q&A and informing people like there's another meteor coming, and like we don't know how to stop it, but we're working on ways to try to figure out how. So just have hope. And then this scene right here, this is when you figure out that Rosie the robot is George's mom, and she has AI planted in her system, and Yeah, she's and George is like, dude, it's been years since you've been like this, but it's still weird, dude. I can't get around it, dude. I don't really know what the hell to do. And she's all like, man, like being a robot is cool and all. Like I just, yeah, I miss eating and like taking showers and like smelling food and whatever and flowers and doing all that. But I get to live forever and I have all my memories and I can do all this stuff. So like I can live forever. And then later he's all like, but what about an afterlife? And she's like, no, you know what? Like I don't really care. She's like, like you're just worried that I'm not gonna run into Grandpa or whatever. That he's out there waiting for me. And he's like, yeah, I don't really know. I'm just still, I just don't know how to deal with it. And then like it just takes her all this sentence right here to just be like, well, then just deal with it and learn how to be your own fucking self. Like what? Took her all that just to say that, but she said it in a nice like mother way. So I guess I wouldn't just tell my kid to just fucking deal with it. So then she's like gives him a little hug or whatever. It'd be so weird. Your mom's a robot. I'm not on George Jetson's side. I just like understand how it could just feel weird. And now she's over here waking up Judy. Judy's taking a walk with Astro. Astro's such a cool dog. He reminds me of my dog. Like my dog doesn't look like that at all, but like just how cool he is. Um uh so you got all this going on. They're just chatting. She's like, oh, you find out that Rosie's super nosy. She's like, you came in late last night from a concert, huh? She's all like, no, yeah, I got, like, I thought you were just recharging. She's like, girl, I watch everything that goes on in this house. That's the advantage of being, like, I live forever. I can do whatever. It only takes me probably like 30 minutes to recharge for like 5 days, you know, like. Always on. And you got the fucking ad. And then you got all this going on. She's Jane is supposed to be on a date with George, and he's all like, oh man, Spacely's got me tied up at work again. And she's like, oh, what the fuck, dude, give me another martini. So then yeah, you got all this going on. And then the explosion underneath Earth, dude, it awakens something. This is all Elroy's fault, dude. Just because you wanted to do something for your dad's birthday, there's something waking up in there, dude. It's the old asteroid. It really is, but I'm not supposed to tell anyone. Dun, dun, dun. That's the end. The end of the first issue. That's pretty solid, huh? Alright, now we got issue 2. Issue 2 is really crazy. It starts out just like, what is all this, dude? I don't know who any of these people are. What is this Moses shit going on here right here? Like, and then you got all this weird shit. And it's like, what is this? I'm trapped. The earth is in my hands. And then, boom. Judy is in a pod that where if she just thinks about random stuff, it records. It's kind of like that Robin Williams movie called The Final Cut, where like at people's funerals, like their memories and stuff would play like they put in like a DVD of like people's memories, and it would play it would play in their lives or whatever. Robin Williams was a cutter. He was one of the people who would edit these movies or whatever. But then like I don't remember how how it happened, like why Robin Williams ended up being like on the run or whatever. I think he saw like someone cutting his movie or whatever, so he's like, man, that means I'm gonna die soon or what, you know, like, so he was trying to like prevent his death or something. I don't remember, but it was a cool. So she's doing that, but she's doing it to herself, and she's doing it for a video montage for her dad's birthday coming up. Like right there, you can see her editing her memories and stuff. And then now you got George Jetson. He's working on some stuff, and then he gets zapped up by all these electric lizards. Look at, they're just shooting electricity out of their tongues like this, like yeah. Yeah, they zap him. They fry his brain, dude. Look at it down here. Geronimo, dude. He can't take it. Now Jane's already pissed that she stood up on the date, and then now Spacely's hitting her up. In this world, it's so crazy, dude. You can just you can just slide in on anybody's DMs, video chat, you just slide in on there anytime. Like, hey, like they could be, where they were in the middle of fucking, and he's like, I need to get a hold of Jetson, and he's all like, oh, sorry to interrupt. Like, God damn it, what do you want, Spacely? He's telling her that your husband's brain is fried. There's an ad. And now she's pissed. She's like, dude, first of all, we're supposed to be on a goddamn date. Second of all, now you've fried his fucking brain. And third of all, I am gonna kick your ass if anything else happens. So get the fuck out of here. And she's storming out of the hotel, dude. They rented a hotel and shit. It was pretty swanky. I guess this is the next morning. They're at the university. It's a high school, but it's a university also. And then you get Elroy and Lake kicking it. They're out having lunch. They're kind of flirty with each other. It's cute. And then one of the things goes out. Did they show it anywhere? No, they don't. One of the things goes out. One of those little like levitation pod things that I showed you guys in the first issue. That thing goes out, and then yeah, everyone's tipping and falling and dying. Oh, an ad, another ad. But then you see something waking up inside the meteor. Look at that! It's got little legs. So now George Jetson's fine. Like, what the fuck? And then look, you can see all this stuff in the background just tilting over. And George is oblivious. Everyone's like, look over to your right. Oh, no, look over to your left. And he's all like, what? And he's like, whoa, shit. Ah. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. And look at, there's that classic thing that happens in movies and stuff where they're like, she falls on top of her, he falls on top of her, and they like each other. We gotta get out of here. Now this was an interesting scene. This is I thought stuff was gonna happen because she's still mad at her husband. She's still mad at the whole situation. Now she's working out and training with this handsome dude and like spilling out all these beans and stuff. And he's all like, look at him, dude. He's looking like, yeah, I'm gonna get in on this shit. But then she instantly shuts him down. She's all like, yeah, dude, my husband's one of the best mechanics in the world. And he's like, fuck. So I really, and then once I found out this series is only going to be 6 issues, I really, thought, I mean, I don't know. I really just, I realized there wasn't going to be much more to what was going on. They were just going to give you that idea that it's a possibility that he was going to try to. And this is a really funny scene right here, dude. This George and this Spacely secretary are George is like trolling this robot, And then he's like, "Oh, you need an upgrade," and he takes out one of his chips, and he's like, "Hey, what the fuck you doing?" And then he's all like, and he like switches it out with another chip because the robot was being like a total dick to him. So then he's all. He switches it out with another one, replaces it. He goes back to the seat, and he's all like, "Oh, what about my upgrade?" And he's like, "Oh, you already got it." And then he walks into the office, and he's just like, "You need to go fix these things instantly." And then you need to leave by 9 a.m. tomorrow. He's like, "But it's already 7:30 p.m." And he's like, "Well, go make me proud." He says it right there. And then so now he's having lunch, or not lunch, he's having dinner with his family. He's like, "This is all I really have time for. I'm fucking beat, dude. This day sucks." Yeah, there's all that. And then it's over. He's having a conversation with Judy. It's over. Rosie comes in. Whatevs. Whatevs. On to the number 3. Oh, look at this one. This is where all the shit goes down, dude. All sorts of shit goes down. Look at the meteor, dude. It's waking up. It's being crazy, dude. What the hell's going on with the meteor? You got Clark Cogswell. Or Lake Cog. I call her Clark. Cogswell is kicking it. She's here with her dad. They name dropped Cogswell earlier. He's the one who develops the AI for the dead old people. I'm not. I guess they're not dead. Like they're dead. They're dead old people that put their AI into robots. So then Judy comes in a totally cockblock on Elroy and Lake. Oh no, never mind. Lake comes over when they're just kicking it, and then Judy does the exact opposite of cockblock, and she's like, "All right, I'm gonna catch you guys later." Good older sister, good sister. So then I thought the same shit was gonna happen with George here. He got hired this hot new assistant or whatever, and she's like really like respects his work and stuff. Like she's like totally into him, but it ends up just being on a professional level. Like she just totally respects his work. She thinks he's awesome and all this stuff. So I thought that whole thing was gonna happen with George and his assistant too. That doesn't happen with Jane and her whatever dude that was training her. And now mom's coming back from something. I don't remember what happened. It was a while when I read this. This came out earlier this year. I should have looked through it. Oh, the meteor's coming alive. Look, it's eating cars. It's eating shit, dude. So then they're like, George is like, "I gotta do something. I'll put on a helmet." And look at his brain gets fried again. Now he's in another world. And he's talking to the beast. And then look, the beast lets go. They're like, "How'd you do that?" He's like, "I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I was transported into another world." This is when I start to sort of review. I remember the first 2 issues really well. What do you mean, honey? I gotta do this. I gotta. Happy birthday, George! Alright, I don't got a lot of time left. I gotta do these next 3 really quick. So now the meteor's eating buildings. It's like thriving off of destruction, and they're trying to just figure out ways to fight it and communicate with it. Here's the family. I'm trying to get rid of glares. There's the family kicking it. Didn't they did a whole birthday thing, and then they just got rid of the birthday thing. That was issue 3, right? Yeah, it was totally issue 3. Okay, they're back at it. And he's like, this is gonna have to wait, dude. I gotta do some stuff. And now he's finding out he can read minds. This is where he finds out after he got electrocuted, he can now read minds. And like, this is how Elroy, or not Elroy, but Astro, this is how Astro gets his talking ability, because he doesn't actually talk. He just reads minds. Or he just reads Astro's mind, and now he can talk to Astro talks now. So now there's all this shit, dude. Like, Jane's like only the smartest woman on the fucking planet that has any idea of how to stop this thing from happening, or stop all this shit. And then, she works for a whole different company than, George. But it's like, so she's like super smart. She comes up with ideas, whatever. And then George is like the world's best like technician. So like her ideas and then like designs and then his fucking know-how, dude. They make like the best team of all, like, everything. They're like superheroes. So they call her in, dude. They're like, dude, we need your help, dude. No one can figure out anything that's going on. Dude, we're shooting lasers at it, dude. We're doing all this stuff, and she's all like, "Well, maybe like, why are we attacking it? We don't even know what to attack, dude. You guys are just out here fucking firing at shit, dude. Like, maybe we can talk to it." My husband can read minds. She doesn't say that, but she's thinking it, dude. Like, there's other ways to do this. They totally had to put his birthday on hold, man. Like, I don't think he has his birthday until the last issue. And it's like, but now, look, it's whole next night now. Space was like, you suck. You suck. This is when he's telling him he's got a secret rocket, dude. He's telling him he's actually fucking, this is when Spacely's really cool. He's telling George, he's like, I got this secret rocket, dude. I want you and your family to fly off on it. If everything goes south, whatever, you guys will be the last survivors. And so he's kind of being kind of solid right there. But then, so he's like, all right, dude, he shows him the ship. You get this really cool splash page of the ship, dude. That's awesome. So then he tells his assistant about the ship. I think he does. He doesn't do it yet, but he does later. I think he tells his wife about the ship, right? That in that bed scene. I know he does. I know he tells him about it eventually, but then he's all, we're not looking at the Immortal Man thing. All right, we got 2 more to go, and I think I got enough time. All right. So they're still all pissed that the birthday was postponed. All this shit's going on. Boom, they do it again. Happy birthday. Like, he didn't just, this is when Astro starts talking. That's so, it was a funny scene. So they're doing all this birthday stuff. She plays the video of like their lives and the marriage and all this shit, dude. He gives him this painting. He gets pissed about the painting, dude. He's like, where did you get this, dude? Like, he's like, oh, we went on an illegal mission to fucking go to irradiated Earth. And he gets pissed. He's like, we'll talk about this later, dude. I gotta go, dude. I gotta go fix some shit. And he's down there fixing some shit with his hot new assistant. He's like, I never needed an assistant before. Before she got introduced, and then he found out she's like super smart, she's capable, and all this. So he's like, oh yeah, dude, you're totally great, dude. You can have you around. He didn't want an assistant because he thinks everyone's beneath him, but then he found out that she's pretty cool. And then now Clark is kicking, or not Clark, Lake. Lake is kicking it with the Jetsons. They're figuring out how to spend all their final moments, dude, because this meteor's getting close to hitting, dude. This is issue 5 of 6, so this thing's getting close. Everything's on crunch time, and while there's all the other meteor that's underground and that's attacking everything too. So there's all this shit going on, and nobody knows anything or what's what. So then this is when Jetson gets the idea to do a suicide mission out there to confront the meteor. Like, he's gonna blow it up with the ship. And she's like, I'm going with you. And he's like, all right, but I think I left something in the back. Go grab it for me. And then boom, he takes off. Space, he's like, that's my ship. Jetson's like, I'm going. Rosie's with him. She snuck on board. Everyone's like, what the fuck? They're trying to call him. Like, oh my God, what are you doing? He's like, I gotta do this. I'm doing this for the world. I'm doing it for my family. I'm doing it for everyone. Everyone's like, oh my God, I love you. This is like it was a really touching moment. And I'm making it not touching at all. But he's like, I'm doing it right. I'm doing it. He's fucking flying. Boom, into the meteor. Who cares about Bendis coming? And then you see Rosie in her human body. To be continued. What's going on, guys? What is going on in the world of Jetsons? We got a few minutes left. I'm running out of space. Oh, man. So they're in this dream world. Oh, no, not there yet. Everyone's processing everything that's going on, dude. Like, because he did absolutely nothing. The meteor's still coming. Or no, now it's in stasis. It's just sitting in space now. But it's still there. He didn't blow it up. Now it's slowing down. And now everybody has no idea what's going on. Now George and his mom and Rosie are in this dream world. And now she can see her dad or her husband, whatever. They're in this world, dude, and then they see this alien. Apparently, these meteors are not meteors at all. They've been spaceships, and each time it's an alien trying to fix something that's going on in other worlds or something like that. I'm not gonna spoil all of this. I don't got a lot of time, and it didn't make a lot of sense to me when I was reading it, and I thought it was kind of a cop out. I would have really loved a sacrifice of George or whatever, but this is cool. This makes it a happy ending. Everyone lives. The Earth actually starts to regrow and reform. Whatever, this alien helps them back. This alien is actually the first one to be successful, so everything gets fixed at the end. And it really seems like there could be a reboot into of Flintstones in the making, where people start living on the land again, and dinosaurs start to re-evolve, and because Earth is going through a whole reboot and stuff at the end of this. And I got to cut it out. See you guys next week when I record Scarlet Spider. This first six issues of Scarlet Spider, Spider-Man.